Hey Broncos country, you won't believe what I discovered about this Denver Broncos loss to the Los Angeles Chargers that nobody is talking about. Once again, we lost on a last-second field goal, 23-20, and this wasn't a coincidence. I've been following every Broncos play for over 15 years here in Denver, and today I'm going to reveal the three most explosive secrets behind this loss that could change everything in our season. And pay attention to the third secret, because it involves a Sean Payton decision that goes against everything you imagine, and might explain why we're 1-2 this season. Guys, let's get serious here. For the second consecutive week, the Denver Broncos lost on a last-second field goal. And it's not just this season. 5 of the last 6 games against the Chargers were decided by a single score. This isn't bad luck, this is a pattern, and it needs to be broken. According to ESPN analysts that I follow closely, there's something systemic happening with the Denver Broncos in decisive moments. The defense played very well. We sacked Justin Herbert 5 times and hit him at least 13 times. We forced turnovers, intercepted passes, everything a Broncos country fan wants to see. But then comes the first explosive secret. Here's what nobody is talking about. The Broncos had first down at the Chargers' 5-yard line and only managed a field goal. This is unacceptable. Sean Payton, who's supposedly an offensive guru, couldn't convert a sure touchdown situation into 6 points, and look at the numbers I've gathered. In the 2025 season, the Denver Broncos are converting only 52% of red zone opportunities, while teams like the Kansas City Chiefs are at 78%. This 26% difference is literally the difference between playoffs and watching from home. Bo Nix showed flashes of brilliance. That fake pass to the right and the 52-yard touchdown to Courtland Sutton was a work of art. But when the pressure mounts, when the game is on the line, our rookie quarterback still can't be clutch like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. Insiders I know in the organization told me there's tension in the locker room about these offensive decisions. J.K. Dobbins had a spectacular 66-yard drive in 3 plays by himself, reaching the end zone. The guy was on fire, so why don't we give him the ball at the 5-yard line? For a moment, guys, I really thought we were going to turn this game around. We were losing 10-0 early on, typical scenario from the frustrating old Broncos days. But then came that magical play at the end of the first half that made me jump off my couch. Bo Nix faked the pass to the right. And man, what a sell. The Chargers defenders completely bought the fake. When he found Courtland Sutton completely free for that 52-yard touchdown, I screamed so loud my neighbors must have thought Mile High Stadium had collapsed. And at the start of the second half, when we took the lead, I was already visualizing our comeback in the AFC West. The defense was dominating, forcing fumbles, making interceptions. It seemed like we had finally found our identity as a team. But then comes the second explosive secret that's going to blow your mind. Here's what the analysts didn't catch. The Chargers completely changed their defensive strategy in the fourth quarter. Brandon Staley made adjustments that neutralized our main offensive weapons, and Sean Payton couldn't counterattack. In the first 3 quarters, they were using man-to-man coverage on Courtland Sutton, giving him favorable matchups. But in the fourth quarter, they switched to zone coverage with safety help over the top, forcing Bo Nix to find other options. And that's where our young offense showed its lack of experience. Sources within the organization revealed to me that this tactical change caught our coaching staff by surprise. And look at the timing. Just when we needed to score points most, our offense became predictable. Justin Herbert, on the other hand, made one of the most absurd plays I've ever seen. That pass to Keenan Allen for the tying touchdown was simply surreal. The guy was under pressure, rolling to the sideline, and still delivered a perfect strike. That's veteran quarterback class. And when it got to overtime, Herbert led the Chargers like a maestro, while our offense stalled. Bo Nix had the golden opportunity, that third down pass to Courtland Sutton that literally went through his outstretched fingers. Inches victory from defeat. Hey! If you're enjoying this exclusive behind-the-scenes analysis of the Broncos, subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments what moment frustrated you most in this game. Because I'm going to reveal the third secret now that explains everything. And now we get to the most explosive secret of all. What I'm about to reveal might be controversial, but it's based on information I received from sources very close to the Denver Broncos organization. Guys, you know, Sean Payton isn't just any coach. The guy won a Super Bowl, is considered one of the best play callers in the NFL. But sources told me there's enormous internal pressure for immediate results that's affecting his on-field decisions. The Walton-Penner family invested billions in the Broncos and wants to see returns now. George Paton, our GM, is being pressured to show that the rebuild worked. And this pressure is trickling down to Sean Payton in ways few imagine. That decision not to go for the touchdown at the 5-yard line. It wasn't normal conservatism. It was fear of giving ammunition to critics if the play went wrong. They preferred the safe 3 points to risking a turnover that could generate even more questions about Bo Nix. And there's more. The relationship between Sean Payton and Bo Nix isn't as smooth as it appears. That sideline interaction during the Colts game that went viral on social media, it wasn't just a quick chat like they told the press. Sources revealed to me there's an internal debate about Bo Nix's development timing versus pressure for immediate playoffs. Sean Payton wants to implement his complex system gradually, but organizational pressure is to accelerate the process. This is creating tension that reflects in questionable decisions at crucial moments. Remember, ESPN recently published that Sean Payton could be at risk in 2025. That didn't come from nowhere. There's a narrative being built, and these narrow losses are feeding that narrative. Man, I'll be honest with you guys. Watching this game took me back to those frustrating post-Peyton Manning seasons. That feeling of almost there, but we can't close. It's too frustrating. For us who lived through the golden era with John Elway, who cried tears of joy with those Super Bowls, who endured years of mediocrity, these narrow losses hurt differently. Because we see the potential. We see that Bo Nix can be special. We see that our defense is elite, but we also see the same mistakes repeating. The same lack of clutch performance. The same almost that has haunted us for years. Fans from older generations, you who saw the Broncos dominate in the 90s, must be feeling this same frustration. That expectation that this is the year, followed by the reality that we're not there yet. But guys, it's not all doom and gloom in Broncos Kingdom. Let's be fair about what worked. The defense really bounced back after the questionable performance from the previous week. 5 sacks on Justin Herbert is no joke. The guy is one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, and our pass rush managed to neutralize him for 3.5 quarters. Bo Nix showed flashes of being the franchise quarterback we were looking for. That fake to Courtland Sutton was veteran-level reading. The pass was perfect, timing impeccable. If he can do this consistently, we're talking about a Pro Bowler. Courtland Sutton is proving why he deserves that contract extension. The guy is reliable, makes difficult catches, and has growing chemistry with Bo Nix. This is fundamental for developing a young quarterback. And J.K. Dobbins, man, this guy could be the X factor we were looking for in the backfield. Those 66 yards in 3 plays were pure violence. If we can use him consistently, our offense will have a completely different dimension. As someone who has studied football for years, here's my take on the necessary adjustments. We need specific plays for goal line situations. We can't depend only on field goals when we get there. Sean Payton needs to be more aggressive in clutch situations. Conservative approach won't take us far in the AFC West. The rookie needs more reps in pressure situations. Practice squad simulation doesn't replace real game experience. We can't have elite performances for 3 quarters and relax at the end. Championship teams maintain intensity for 60 minutes. And now I'm going to drop some theories that might seem crazy, but make sense when you connect the dots. I believe this season is purposefully a soft rebuild in disguise. Think about it. Bo Nix needs experience. Our offensive line is still forming, and important rookies are learning the system. Sean Payton might be playing the long game. He prefers some educational losses now to early success that masks fundamental problems. It's frustrating for us fans, but could be the right approach for sustainable success. And there's this crazy theory I heard from an insider. The Broncos might be subtly tanking to improve draft position. Even with all this pressure for playoffs, Sounds crazy, but it explains these conservative decisions at crucial moments. Based on what I saw against the Chargers and season trends, here are my predictions. The next games will be crucial to define if Bo Nix really has what it takes. He'll face more complex defenses, and then we'll see if those flashes of brilliance were the real deal or just rookie luck. Sean Payton will have to prove he can make mid-season adjustments. The pressure is mounting, and decisions like that goal line situation won't be tolerated much longer. Our defense will continue being elite, but the offense needs to carry the weight. Defense wins championships, but you need to score points to win games. For you who, like me, lived through the Broncos' glory days, this season is being an emotional roller coaster. There are moments I see shades of those championship teams. The dominant defense, explosive running game, flashes of passing brilliance. But there are also these here-we-go-again moments that remind us of the dark years. That feeling that we're always one step away from breakthrough. But something always goes wrong at the end. My older friends, who saw Elway clutching those Super Bowl runs, always tell me championship teams find ways to win close games. And that's exactly where we're falling short. Maybe it's unfair to compare Bo Nix with Hall of Famers, but when you're the quarterback of the Denver Broncos, that's the standard. Fair or not, that's the reality. Guys, this analysis of the 3 explosive secrets of the loss to the Chargers reveals an inconvenient truth. The Denver Broncos are at a crossroads critical for the franchise's future. The decisions made in the coming weeks will define not only our 2025 season, but potentially the next 3 to 4 years. Will Bo Nix prove he has the clutch gene? Will Sean Payton abandon conservative approaches? Will organizational pressure impact performance positively or negatively? If you want to stay on top of all the exclusive Denver Broncos behind-the-scenes information, insights that only someone who lives and breathes orange and blue can bring, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Tell me in the comments, which of the 3 secrets shocked you most? And what's your prediction for our next game? Because one thing I guarantee, the Denver Broncos season is just beginning, and the next chapters are going to be absolutely insane. We won't give up. Once a Bronco, always a Bronco. Go Broncos!